Beautiful morning, dear children. Welcome back to our English class. So, children, today we are going to start a beautiful poem, and you can guess the name of the topic. Yes, by seeing the picture. Yeah, it is about rain in summer. So, this poem is a celebration of the beauty of nature in its own simplest form. Okay, so in India we have mainly three seasons, isn't it? What are the seasons? We experience summer season, winter season, and monsoon season. And what about rain during the summer season? It is really a wonderful experience, isn't it? Yes, that is what we are going to see in this poem. So, first, let's see about the poet Longfellow. Okay. He is Henry Wordsworth Longfellow and he lived during the years 1807 to 1882. So he is an American poet and Longfellow taught for a time at Harvard College, but later he concentrated on his writing skills. Okay, so Longfellow wrote lyric poems, often choosing stories from mythology or legends as the subject for his creation. So he chose the main topic as mythology. Okay, so he enjoyed the reputations of being the most popular American poet of his time. So first, children will read the poem, okay, and then we'll see the explanation. Rain in Summer by Henry Wordsworth Longfellow. How beautiful is the rain after the dust and heat, in the broad and fiery street, in the narrow lane. How beautiful is the rain! How it clatters along the roofs like the tramp of hoofs. How it gushes and struggles out from the throat of the overflowing spout. Across the window pane it pours and swift and wide, with a muddy tide. Like a river down the gutter roars. The rain, the welcome rain. The sick man from his chamber looks at the twisted brooks. He can feel the cool breath of each little pool. His fevered brain grows calm again, and he breathes a blessing on the rain. From the neighborhood school come the boys, with more than their wonted noise and commotion, and down the wet streets sail their mimic fleets, till the treacherous pool engulfs them in its whirling and turbulent ocean. In the country on every side, where far and wide, like a leopard's tawny and spotted hide, stretches the plain to the dry grass and the drier grain. How welcome is the rain! In the furrowed land, the toilsome and patient oxen stand, lifting the yoke encumbered head, with their dilated nostrils spread. They silently inhale the clover-scented gale, and the vapors that rise from the well-watered and smoking soil. From this rest in the furrow after toil, their large and lustrous eyes seem to thank the Lord more than the man's spoken word. Near at hand, from under the sheltering trees, the farmer sees his pastures and his fields of green. As they bend their tops to the numberless beating drops of the incessant rain, he counts it as no sin that he says therein, only his own thrift and gain. By Henry Wordsworth Longfellow. What a beautiful poem, and it describes the beauty of rain. So, this poem, as I told you, is a celebration of the beauty of rain. So here Longfellow chronicles this through descriptions of the rolling clouds, the vapors that arise from the soil, and the fields of grain that the land that tops to the rain drops. Okay, so after a long hot weather, rain is like a blessing to us, isn't it? So it can create a soothing effect even on a sick person. So everything is gently calm and everybody is feeling pleasure of the rain. Okay, now we'll see the meaning. So children, now you can say the poem along with me and I will tell you the meaning also. Okay. So how beautiful is the rain after the dust and heat in the broad and fiery street. Fiery means here it is during the summer season. So it is very hot. In the narrow, in a straight lane, how beautiful is the rain? Yes. How it clatters along the roofs. Clatters means making noises along the roof. Okay. And like the tramp of hooves. Tramp means taking when someone is walking upstairs. We'll feel the sound, isn't it? Likewise. How it gushes and struggles out from the throat of the overflowing spout. Here, spout is nothing but when water is falling heavily from the upstairs to down from the tube, it will be flowing, overflowing, isn't it? That. Across the window pane. Okay, this is the window, you can see in the picture, isn't it? So across the window pane it pours and pours, and swift and wide with a muddy tide, like a river down the gutter roads. What is a gutter? It is a shallow trough-like surface which is fixed on a roof and will be carrying rainwater, okay? And the rain, the welcome rain. So we all welcome rain during the summer season, isn't it? Yeah. And the sick man from his chamber looked at the twisted brooks. Here brooks is nothing but a small stream. So when it is raining heavily, what we will do will be going out and seeing the flow of water. That. So he can feel the cool and breath of each little pool, and his fevered brain grows calm again. So fevered brain means what here? He is a very sick person and he is feverish due to the heat. Now he feels very calm and happy. Okay. And he breathes a blessing on the rain. From the neighboring school come the boys with more than their wonted noise. Wonted means usual noise. So when rain comes, what your people do will be shouting, isn't it? Ma'am, rain is there, will be shouting, no? Yes, like that. And commotion. Commotion also is like a noise. And down the wet trees sail their mimic fleets. Mimic fleets means here paper boats. Okay. Till the treacherous pool. Treacherous pool means nothing. The water puddles. Puddles, okay. Just found in the ground. So it engulfs them in its whirling and turbulent ocean. Turbulent means what? Violent ocean sound. Okay. So in the country on every side, where far and wide, like a leopard's tawny and spotted hide. So what do you mean by tawny? Yes, tawny means brownish yellow and spotted hide. Stretches the plain to the dry gas and the drier grain. How welcome is the rain. So in the place where it is hot and dry, so what will happen when the raindrop falls? Yes, you will be having some smell of the rain, and it will be looking very pleasant to watch, isn't it? Yeah. Engulfs them in its whirling and turbulent ocean. Turbulent means a violent, not calm. Okay. In the country on every side, where far and wide, like a leopard's tawny and spotted hide. Here tawny means brownish yellow color. Okay, and stretches the plain to the dry grass and the drier grain. How welcome is the rain. So when the rain falls on the dry land, what smell will we have? Yes, beautiful soil smell we'll be having, isn't it, children? We all like that smell also. So in the furrowed land, that means plowing land, the toilsome, the hard working and the patient oxen stand. Yes, lifting the yoke encumbered head. Have you seen here in the picture? You can see the head burdened with the load of the yoke, a wooden frame fastened over the neck of the oxen. So with their dilated nostrils spread, dilated means open wider, they silently inhale the clover-scented gale. Clover-scented gale means here their food. So a small plant grown as food for the cattle, and gale is nothing but a wind, strong wind. And the vapors that arise, the smell, from the well-watered and the smoking soil. For the rest in the furrow after toil. Toil means hard work. Their large and lustrous, lustrous means shining eyes, seem to thank the Lord more than the man's spoken word. So the animal itself is feeling thankful. It expresses its gratitude to the Lord more than the man's spoken word. Okay, near at hand from under the sheltering trees, the farmer sees So the farmer sees his pastures and his fields of grain as they bend their tops to the numberless beating drops of the incessant rain. Incessant means continuous rain. So the farmer feels happy when the crops bend due to the raindrops falling on it. Okay, and he counts it as no sin, no sorrow or no sadness that he sees therein. Therein means in that place. Okay, only his own thrift and gain. Thrift is nothing but prosperity. So the farmer welcomes the rain and thanks God for its wonderful presence in the field. Okay, children. So, children, what did we understand from this poem? So, rain is generally perceived as a blessing for several reasons. Why? So, it brings respite from the summer heat and it is beneficial for farming. And this excerpt of H.W. Longfellow's Rain in Summer captures how it affects different places and people in a positive outlook. And the poem can be broadly divided into two focal points. And the first part depicts the broad streets, narrow lanes and gutters indicating life in a town. So here the rain changes the landscape and cheers up the people. And one example is that sick old man we saw, no, whose spirit's life at the sight of the newly formed brooks and pools. He enjoys it in spite of his sickness, isn't it? And the other example is that of the school children for whom the falling rain is a source of fun. So even though their paper boats are engulfed by the miniature oceans, here oceans refers to the puddles on the ground. Okay, and the later half takes us to the countryside, the village side, where the rain performs a moral vital role, important role. So we move beyond the enjoyment of the children and the emotional comfort of the old man. So for the parched plain, the silently suffering oxen and the hopeful farmer, rainwater is a necessity, isn't it? And the poet draws attention to this with the vivid imagery and the moving descriptions. And the arid plain resembles the skin of a leopard. And the happiness in the hard working oxen's eye seems to suggest they are thanking God for his mercy, for his beautiful nature, the rain. And the farmer can only think of the prosperity of the rain that would fetch him, and he feels no shame in it because, after all, his livelihood is important to him. So, only when it is raining we can grow crops. Only if the crop is good we can get food to eat, isn't it? Yeah. So, in this way, this poem offers a realistic representation of the various ways the rain is valued all over. So, now we shall also enjoy the rain. Okay, children? So, children, now we'll just see the exercises. Okay, page number 55. So, Roman letter A, tick the correct options. The poet first describes the rain in the broad street and narrow lane flowing from the spouts on the roofs across the window pane. Yes, it is option A, in the broad street and a narrow lane. Second one, the sick man blesses the rain because he breathes it. It twists and turns as a brook. It calms his fevered brain and it pulls and cools. So it is option C, it calms his fevered brain. Third one, the schoolboys come out in the rain to dash. A, to run. B, to mimic others. C, shout. And D, sail their paper boats. Yes, it is option D, sail their paper boats. Fourth one, the oxen seems to thank the Lord because the rain gives them A, time to rest, B, furrows, C, food, and D, grain. Yes, it is option A, time to rest. Okay, now answer these questions. Which adjectives have been used in the poem to describe the rain? Yes, beautiful, welcome and incessant. Okay, they are the adjectives which is used to describe the word rain. Next one. The sound and the movement of the rain is brought out by the comparisons. Find them in the poem. So the comparisons are clatters along the roofs, like the tramp of the hoofs, and like a river down the gutter roars the rain. Okay, these are the comparisons. Third one, how does the plain look before the rain? So, before the rain, the plain looks dusty and hot. So, what is the plain here? Plain is nothing but a lowland. Okay. Fourth one, how does the farmer react to the rain? The farmer welcomes the rain because he knows that his crop will flourish in the rain and bring him more prosperity. Next one, and down the wet streets sail their mimic fleets till the treacherous pool engulfs them in its whirling and turbulent ocean. So, who do the mimic fleets belong to? The mimic fleets belong to the schoolboys. B. What is a treacherous pool and why do you think it has been called as treacherous? Okay, so the treacherous pool is the puddle of rainwater on the street and it has been called treacherous because the paper boats drown in the water. Okay, sixth one, as they bend their tops to the numberless beating drops. So who are being referred to as they? So they are the farmer's crop. B. What does the word numberless indicate? Numberless indicate the rain is heavy and seemingly endless drops. Okay, children. Next, think and answer. The arrival of the rain gives joy to everyone. Do you agree and why? Yes, in this poem, every person and every animal feels joyful in the rain and they welcome it because the rain brings something special or needed to each one of them. So, children, the remaining grammar part will continue in the Zoom class. Okay, children? Have a great day. Take care and be safe, everyone. See you in the next class.